Hola, my name is Jaxson Wolters, and I thank you guys for allowing me to take this interview for the apprenticeship for your company. I'm going to be showing you guys my e-portfolio and all of my accomplishments and projects I've done. So, the e-portfolio was made on Wix. It's basically a portfolio of all of the things I've done so far. And on the homepage, starting on the homepage, we're going to read my bio. So, welcome to my professional e-portfolio. Uh, I'm a student at Gold Lakes High School, and I'm passionate about my music. And I have spent the past year learning how to produce and upload my music tracks to major streaming services like Spotify, where I have gained a pretty significant following. In addition to my music interest, I've also been intrigued by technology, although I do not wish to fully pursue a career that relies heavily on technology. I believe that it's really important to know about it and know how it works and know how to keep bad stuff from happening. I also believe that the skills can be really useful in the future, and great goals come from great ideas. Next, I'm going to be showing you guys my computer science page, uh, my int- uh, my intro to computer science page, and and we go on here, and I put buttons up here: Python programming, video editing, photo editing, and video game development. When you click these, it brings you down to the anchor, and it will take you down to my section that is all about Python programming, video editing, photo editing, video game development. So first, we're going to start off on Python programming. Click on Python programming. And Python programming is a powerful and versatile tool that allows individuals to solve problems, automate tasks, and build a wide range of applications, from simple scripts to complex web platforms and data analysis tools. Known for its clear syntax and readability, Python is a beginner-friendly yet widely used by professionals in industries such as technology, finance, healthcare, and artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Learning Python can open doors to various career paths and help achieve personal or professional goals, whether it's developing a mobile app, analyzing data for better decision making, or launching a tech startup. By mastering Python, individuals gain a valuable skill that supports creativity, innovation, and problem solving across countless domains. So, down here, we have about 5 buttons. Each of them leads you to my project on the Python programming application. So we're going to start off with print function. So for my print function, I wrote down a whole bunch of code, and basically the first code I made is print function, and it says what is a print function? A print function is used to print a line of text, characters, and even spaces on a screen. Print function can be found using a string, and a string is a fundamental data type used to represent sequences of characters. It is essentially text data. So down here you can see print hello world, and if we were to hit play, if we were to hit play, it would put hello world into here, which is right here, hello world, and it printed it. So the print function essentially prints whatever you put inside the string, which is the double quotes and the bracket. And if we were to go down here, it says the same thing. It is Tuesday, but it has backslash n. Backslash n is an escape key, and it means new line. So if we were to put backslash n in here, down here it would say it is, and then on a new line it would say Tuesday. Right here it says backslash t in the string. So backslash t is also an escape key. It means tab slash indent. So if we were to put backslash t, this is a tab. Down here, it would put a tab or an indent, and then it would say the text we put in, which is this is a tab. Now right here, it says print to quote, I like turtles all the live long day. It has backslashes. but it really does not have any escape keys in it, any noticeable ones at least. So down here, it would basically just print what you put in there. It basically just prints it straight away, doesn't really do much, doesn't have anything special really. And if you were to go to this one, it says print, then nothing, absolutely nothing in the string. Nothing would basically just make a full new line of text with absolutely nothing in it. So it basically, if you were to be writing a paragraph and you hit the enter key, it basically does that. And now it says, to quote, I like turtles all the live long day, but right here it has the single quote. Single quote is an escape key, and single quote basically would do the same thing if you were to use it in this way, but it would put single quotes down here instead of double quotes. Now right here, it says print to quote, I like turtles all the live long day, but it has single quotes on the outside. So if you were to go down here, it would print the thing, but since it has single quotes, it's just going to be a different type of a string. Now let's move on to the next part. So on this one, a variable is, in Python, is a name that stores something of value. It is like a container that holds data which you can use throughout your program. And declaring a variable is declaring a variable. It involves specifying its data type and name, and optionally assigning it an initial value to make it available for use in a program. So down here, it says name equals Jaxson Wolters, because that's my name, and it's in double quotes. And basically, we did that for first name, last name, my age, my height, is student equals true, is teacher equals false, because I'm a student currently. And down here, we put print and in parentheses name, so it's calling the variable. So this right here is our variable. So if name equals, no, this is our variable, and this is the value of the variable basically. And if name equals Jaxson Wolters, it would say print name, and the name basically would print the variable. So in the output, it would say Jaxson Wolters, and then it would say my last name, Wolters. Then it would say my age, 14, my height, 5'7", and is student equals true. And since is teacher equals false, it will not show that. Moving on to the third thing, concatenating strings. Now let's wait for this to load. So this is concatenating strings, also known as, I believe, the third thing. And string concatenation is the process of joining two or more character strings end to end to form a single, larger string. It is a fundamental operation in programming and computing, allowing for the combination and manipulation of text data. And casting, which is right here. Casting in Python, casting refers to the process of converting a value from one type to another. This is also known as type conversion. And down here, it basically shows the same thing as the last one. First name equals Jaxson, the value and the variable. And down here it says print, so it's using a print function. Hello, my name is, so it would print hello, my name is, and then plus would basically put hello, my name is with the variable you put in. And just like the last one, if we were to put in the variable, it would put in the value in the output. So it would say, hello, my name is Jaxson, and then last name would be Wolters, and then I am, and then it would put the age, 14 years old. Next year I will be age plus 1, so it would add 1 to my age, and it would put 15 instead of 14 on here. And then it would say candles on my cake and a driver's permit, because I kind of need one. And then down here, it would say print my name is, first name, last name, I will need age plus 1, candles on my birthday cake, holy cannoli. And so basically, it would print my name is, and then the value of first name, and the dot in between first name and last name would put a space in between. So it would say Jaxson space Wolters. I will need age plus 1, 15, candles on my birthday cake, holy cannoli. And that is the basic understanding of how concatenating strings works. Now we have input function. So let's open that. So input function in Python is a built-in function used to obtain user input from the console. It pauses the program execution and waits for the user to type something and press enter. Name equals input, what is your name? The input function always returns a string, which is this. So if you want a number, you'll need to cast it using int or float. Welcome to the Blue Devil app. So it would print that using a basic print function, and then /n new line, and then it would put a tab. Please answer the following questions. So in the output, it would ask me, what is your first name? And it would wait for me to answer. I would answer Jaxson. I would hit enter, and then and only then it would ask me what my last name is. What is your last name? I would keep entering that. What is your age? Enter that. What grade are you in? 9th. And down here, it would print all of the information I gave it. So it would print what I put for first name, which would be Jaxson. What I put for last name, Wolters. To the Blue Devil app, I see that you are 14 years old and in 9th grade at Gull Lake High School. And then it would ask me what my favorite hobby is, what my favorite vacation is, and what my favorite food is. And again, it would not ask me until I answered the previous question. And then it would print, Mr. Wolters, I see that your favorite hobby is hobby, which would be the value of hobby, and your favorite vacation is favorite vacation, value of favorite vacation, and lastly, your favorite food is favorite food, which is the value of favorite food. Then it would basically, the plus adds the period to the end of favorite food, so it would make it a complete sentence. Let's move on to the next thing. So the next and final thing on this page is if, elif, else. So the if, elif, else statements in Python let your program make decisions, like choosing different paths based on if a condition is true or false. You must indent the code inside each block, and you can have multiple elif blocks. The else is optional, but runs if no other condition is true. So basically, if you were to put something that wouldn't be true, or if it were to have a block and not be able to do anything, it would use what you put as the else function. So down here, it would say print what letter grade will you receive if. So basically, grade equals int input, enter your numerical grade. So if I were to put in 93%, down here it says if grade is greater than 90, you got an A. So basically, it would tell me I got an A. And if I were to put an 83, it would say I got a B. 70, it would say I got a C. 60, it would say I got a D and I'm grounded. And if it's not any of those, it would be less than that. So it would say, how do you even get that, dude? You got an E. Because I would get an E if it was less than a C. Or no, if it was less than a D. Yeah. And that is basic if, elif, else statements. The next section I'm going to be showing you is video editing. So we would click this. It would bring you to that page. And I have a scroll pictures of all of the, not all of them, but most of the pictures of my video editing. It shows all my drafts of my videos, which I will show you guys pretty soon. It shows the editor for my video. It shows the CapCut logo because I use CapCut to edit the video. And it shows my file management. Short film production and editing. Manage the end-to-end production workflow for the short film Simple Basketball Shots, which is my short film. This included meticulous file management, core video editing, using CapCut, organizing placement of licensed music and sound effects, plus potential voiceovers, and custom-designed brand intros and outros using Canva. Now, we're going to actually go back up here because intros and outros brings me back to this before I do anything. So for my intro and outro, I had to make a video for each section of this. So for my intro and outro, I use this thing called Canva. Canva is basically a cool editor. You could hit create, and if you were to hit create, it would ask you what you want to create, and it even has some designs you could use as reference. and you could hit video. And basically for my video, I would put in one of these and edit it as much as I want. So coming soon, my video is not coming soon. If you're watching it, I would put hello, welcome. And basically, if I were to hit the play button, it would play that video saying hello, welcome. Then I would go right up to, I'll go to my uploads, because for my audio, you would have to have a song on it. For my audio, I would just upload it. I would not get it from here. It says audio down here, but I would upload my own audios because I do make audios. And right here, if I were to hit play, it would be playing a song, and I could add it into here. And if I were to add it into here, like this, then it would do this, and it would play the audio while it's playing the video. Also, another thing I forgot, I'm sorry, I also have another scroll of all my code up here, and I have 2 buttons. One of them would lead you to Python programming. One of them would lead you to Code Sandbox, which is the thing we use to make our Python programming. And I have the logos on here. And back to the top just brings you back to the top. Coming back to video editing, I already went over that and that. We have the Canva button, leads you to canva.com. The CapCut button, which is the thing I use to edit the video, it leads you to CapCut.com. And here you could watch my 3 simple basketball shots at home. Now, if you were to hit this, it would play my video and you could watch it on YouTube. And then I made a video on how I made this video, and it basically shows me going through the whole process on how I made that video. Part of that process was me going on files, and then I would create a new file, and my first and last name, which would be this. I'd hit Jaxson Wolters, ICS, Intro to Computer Science, the thing I'm taking right now. And I'll create a new file that was called short film, because this is my short film project. And it would have my editing files, which would be the files that I needed to edit, my intro and outro for the video, my raw images, which would be just static images like, let's say the CapCut logo and all that. But I did not add anything into here because the CapCut logo, it's an example of a raw image, but it's not really to do with my project. So I did not add any images into here because I did not have any. Raw video files, it would show short film files directory. Click on that, and it will show you all of my drafts of my short film. As you can see, I had one, but I messed up on it, so I had to make another one, and I named these ones final draft videos because these were my final draft, and I would number them so it's way easier when I go on the editor. Now let's go to the editor, and I can show you what I did with that. So for my editor, like I said, I use this program called CapCut. It is a very useful program. And down here, you can see short film. You would click on that, and it would bring up my short film. And my intro's in here. Very nice, very nice. And it would basically go through my whole video. And with each cut of the video, I added something called a transition. This one, you may not notice it. It's kind of hard to notice, but I added a little transition. And then you could add text into the video using this up here. I could do it right now, though, because I don't want to add any text. And here's an actual example of a transition, like that. And then at the end, I added a thank you for watching. And then I added some credits, me, my parents, because they filmed it. Pretty funny. My stepbrother was pretty mad at that he had to move his truck so I could film my video. And then I put shot on iPhone for the giggles. And that's how I made that video. Now going back to this video, I used basically the same exact thing. Uploaded it to YouTube. Said everything about my short film. No, not my short film. About my Python programming. And I had a file management for my Python programming. Let me get to that. Jaxson Wolters, ICS. And then you would go to ePortfolio, ICS, Python programming, and it has my final vlog directory, my image directory, my intro and outro, and my vlog Python. If you were to go on here, it shows all of the separate things I did to put together in my final video, so print function. And I basically put these in an order of like starting with print function and going down, so it's easier. So it starts off where we started on the project. And final vlog, that is supposed to have my final vlog in it. And we go to images, and it has the images that I put in the, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to say the scrolling images thing. So in my website, I'll show you guys an example of it. In my website, in Intro to Computer Science, I have all the images from this loaded up into my files. Then if you were to go back, intro and outro, I have my intro and outro into there. And then if you were to go back, vlog Python, I had all of the stuff in there for my vlog because I don't know actually why, but we loaded concatenating strings, declaring variables, all of the things I basically showed you guys into here. And that is how I did my Python programming section and my video editing section. Now moving on to photo editing, we click photo editing, and our latest photo editing project focused on creating a professional poster to market our short film, which I showed you before. We began by downloading and organizing images through careful file management to keep our workflow efficient. Using various editing tools, we cropped images and applied remove.bg, which is an appliance I will be showing you guys, to make backgrounds transparent, allowing for clean layering and composition. Then we used GIMP, another appliance, to combine multiple images, adjust colors, and refine the overall design to achieve a more polished and cinematic look. To complete the poster, we added text elements such as the film title, credits, QR code, and Canva that links directly to our short film, and then we exported the final poster that is ready to share and promote our creative work, also known as short film. So down here, I added a picture of a basketball because it was about basketball. It was about 3 basic basketball shots, as you saw right here. And then I added a picture of the final poster. As you can see, we have text, we have a picture of a basketball, and the players. Actually, funny why it's grass. It's a grass background because we had to have at least 500 times 500 for our image, and I could not find a basketball court image. And on here, we have another scroll thing where it shows all the images, finished poster, my finished poster in GIMP, my QR code, my grass background, my other grass background, basketball players, and basketball players no background, and the basketball. And then the GIMP brings you over to the GIMP website. This is remove.bg. So remove.bg, you would upload an image, and then you could remove the background using its AI. And then if you were to go back here, Canva brings you back to Canva. And these are basically all the things we used for it. So we're basically essentially giving them some free advertisement. And then I added a video down here, how I made my short film poster. And it basically runs you through how I made my poster, but I'm going to show you guys how I made my poster real quick. And so how I made my poster, I was on my file management. I created a new thing called we had photo editing, because this goes under photo editing, and we would have editing files, final poster, photo gallery, and raw files. And if we were to go to my editing files, it has basketball, shows the basketball picture in there, basketball players, grass background, poster, and QR code. So basically, if we were to go back, we could go in photo gallery, and this is the gallery on Canva not Canva, the Wix website where it would run you through all of these, and then we would have raw files, which is the images that this one I was going to try to use, but I scrapped it, but I kept it in there. And these are basically the pictures of the things I used for the poster that I did not, that I wanted to put in the raw files. And basically, if we were to hit this, we would right click it, open with GIMP. And if we were to open this basketball with GIMP, it would open a fully new thing. And this is what we call GIMP. See, I opened the transparent background, which is probably not the greatest idea to show you guys GIMP, but I will still be able to. And so up here, we made another picture where we used the crop tool to crop the background. And then for this one, I obviously took this to remove .bg after we cropped the background, and I then made the background transparent to put in my final poster. And then up here, you could have text in there. You could add some text, and you could choose the font, the size, all that. And then when we were done with it, we hit File, Export As, and then we would export that, and it would put a normal PNG. And then we would hit File, Save As. Then it would do XCF, which is a GIMP file. So if you were to click on it from my files, it would open GIMP. And then we went back to GIMP, and this is my finished poster, but it used to just be a grass background that I cropped using the crop tool. And we would take our files, so we would take this and we would go to our photo editing, raw files, basketball, and then we would take the basketball and drag it into here. And then we could resize it, move it, and all that. And that is how we created our final poster. Let me show you how to make the QR code. So for the QR code, we went on Canva QR code maker, which is a very cool thing. And we would hit generate a QR code using a design. Let me sign up real quick. Then after logging in, it would bring us to this page where we could use it in an existing design or a new design. We'll hit new design, custom size, 100 times 100 for this, create new design. And then up here, we would enter the URL of our YouTube video, and it would create our very own QR code. But for this example, I'm going to show you guys the Canva QR code, and it would generate it. We'd bring it up to size, hit share, download. We would download it, put it into files. We'd put it into our photo editing. We would put it into the photo gallery. And if we were to go back, I believe, if we were to go back to ICS, photo editing, in editing files, there is the QR code and QR code final. And then we took this, dragged it back into GIMP like I showed you guys. And then if somebody were to scan it, they would then be able to go to the YouTube video. And that is how we made the photo editing. Now moving down to the last page, video game development. In our current Intro to Computer Science project, we got to make games using the software of our choice, and I decided to create a captivating racing game developed on Roblox Studio. This project offers players an immersive driving experience centered around high-speed competition. Players can also select a variety of cars and then take their chosen vehicle onto a meticulously designed track. The core objective is competitive racing, challenging players to outmaneuver opponents and be the first to cross the finish line, emphasizing player choice and thrilling action. So right here, as you can see, I have my very own picture, which I took a picture from my actual game, put it into, you may have heard of it, I put it into an AI, Gemini AI, and I told it to generate a picture using the cars from my picture in front of a garage and put car mat over it because that's what it's going to be called. Then if you were to hit the Roblox Studio logo, it'd bring you to the Creator Hub where you could start creating Roblox Studio games if you're on computer. And then on here, you could see the scroll of pictures from my game. Shows cars, 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 cars with smoke. And I basically decided to put cool stuff in there, the studio logo and the logo for my game. And then we go down. I added an extra video into here of my favorite vehicle, the truck, drifting away. And I thought that was pretty cool because it loops the video. Then obviously the CapCut logo brings you to CapCut. Canva logo brings you to Canva, and remove BG brings you to remove BG. And as explained in my video right here, if I had extra time to work on this, I would have added a loading screen, more maps, more cars, a car spawn, instead of just choosing a car, competitive game modes, etc. But even after all that, developing a video game never really ends. Because if you're really devoted to it, you have to add updates for your users and all that. And basically, for this, I'm actually going to use this to show you my GL Jax. This is my YouTube channel. And I need to log in as that account real quick. Then on here, it would show you all the videos. And you would be able to click on it and watch my videos. Now, my contact me. You could go on my contact me, fill out a form, your name, your last name, your email, and you could write a message about what I could improve on or what you like about my e-portfolio. It will send me an email, and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Now, down here, it could take you to Home, Computer Science, Contact Me, and my additional one, which you could check out if you check out my website. Got a quote, and if you click my YouTube, it brings you right to my YouTube. Check out my socials. And then if you were to go to Computer Science, just normal, it would show you my description of my favorite thing that I learned in Intro to Computer Science, which would be the video game development. If you were to hit this, take you to Roblox, my video. Intro to Computer Science takes you to my whole entire page again. Thank you for accepting me for this interview. Hope to hear from you guys soon, and I'll see you guys later.